In a world where ancient traditions and silent whispers of old laws reigned supreme, a love story emerged, only to be met with the harsh, unyielding grip of honor. What began as a simple union would soon unravel into a chilling tale of betrayal, blood, and the dark shadow of justice. This story explores the tragic tale of Manoj and Babli, a story that shook the very foundations of societal norms and questioned the essence of honor itself. In June 2007, a quiet storm was brewing in the rural heart of Haryana, India. Two young lovers, Manoj Banwala and Babli Yadav, dared to cross the invisible boundaries of their rigid society. Their love was a beacon of hope in a land where tradition often overshadowed personal freedom. Manoj, a compassionate 23-year-old, and Babli, an 18-year-old girl with dreams of escaping the suffocating grip of tradition, made a simple choice: to marry for love. But love, in their world, was a perilous gamble. It was a choice that would set them on a collision course with the deeply entrenched customs of their community. It all began in 2005, when Manoj and Babli started to show interest in each other. Manoj was 4 years older than Babli. All residents of Karora village belonged to the same clan known as Banwala, a Yat community. In April 2007, Manoj and Babli chose to marry despite knowing the inevitable wrath that would follow. Their decision was not just a personal one, it was a defiance of the societal norms that had governed their lives for generations. On the night of the 5th of April 2007, Manoj, instead of studying for his exam as planned, eloped with Babli to Chandigarh. Babli's uncle visited Manoj's home that morning under the pretense of collecting a debt. But by evening, it was discovered that both Manoj and Babli had run away. 2 days later, on the 7th of April, they informally married at a Durga temple in Chandigarh. This act of love was their attempt to carve out a space for themselves in a world that seemed determined to keep them apart. Manoj Banwala and Babli Yadav were no ordinary couple. Their love story defied the rigid boundaries of caste and tradition, standing boldly against a force that had dictated lives for centuries, the Khap Panchayat. This religious caste-based council held a formidable grip over villages, especially in Haryana's Kaithal district. Its word was law, more powerful than any court or police force, and it answered to no one, not even the government, which remained silent as these councils issued decrees that controlled life and death. The Khap's influence was pervasive, and its decisions were absolute. The Khap Panchayat convened in the couple's home village of Karora. Their ruling was swift and merciless. The marriage was invalid, and Manoj and Babli's love was declared a crime against societal norms. Babli's family, her brother, uncles, and even her revered grandfather, Gangaraj, who held sway as a Khap leader, were given an unspoken order. It was a death sentence disguised as the preservation of honor. The Khap's decision was final, and it set the stage for a tragic end. On the 26th of April, Babli's family filed a kidnapping complaint against Manoj and his family. On the 15th of June, Manoj and Babli appeared in court, where Manoj testified that they were legally married and denied the kidnapping charges. The judge granted them police protection. Manoj's mother, Chandrapati, stayed away from the trial to keep their presence in town hidden from Babli's family. The court's decision offered a glimmer of hope, but it was short-lived. After the trial, Manoj and Babli, escorted by 5 police officers, were abandoned at Pipli. Suspecting danger, the couple changed their route and headed to Karnal. At 3:40 p.m., Manoj called his mother, Chandrapati, saying the police had deserted them and Babli's family was following. They planned to head to Delhi but were never heard from again. Their journey, meant to be a path to safety, turned into a road to tragedy. On their way to Delhi, Babli's relatives stopped the bus near Raipur Jatan village and kidnapped the couple in a Scorpio SUV. Since there was no communication from Manoj and Babli, Manoj's family naturally assumed they were in danger. A road contractor, Kuldeep Thekadar, witnessed the abduction and reported it to the police, providing the vehicle's license plate number. This crucial piece of evidence would later play a significant role in the investigation. Despite Chandapati's repeated requests and pleas for justice, her complaints were initially ignored, leaving her to fight an uphill battle to seek accountability for her son's abduction. On the 20th of June, following media pressure, Chandapati's kidnapping complaint was filed at the Bhutana police station. Chandapati blamed the abduction on the unauthorized removal of the couple's security detail. After searching, her nephew Narendra traced the contractor who confirmed the couple's identity. The family's relentless pursuit of justice began to gather momentum. It was found that after the abduction, Babli's own brother, Suresh, and her uncles took the lead, showing no mercy. They made Manoj watch as Suresh forced Babli to drink pesticide, the very woman he had promised to protect. And then they turned to him. The 4 family members overpowered Manoj, and her uncle Rajinder strangled him with a noose. Their bodies were wrapped in gunny sacks and thrown into the Barwala Link Canal. 9 days later, their mutilated bodies were discovered, tied up and discarded, marking a tragic end to their love story and a grim reminder of the deadly consequences of rigid societal norms and honor killings. Police found evidence in the Scorpio, including parts of Babli's anklet and pieces of Manoj's shirt. The accused were arrested, and the couple was identified by their clothing remnants. The brutality of the crime shocked the nation and highlighted the extreme measures taken in the name of honor. Manoj's family had decided to pursue the case, but struggled to find lawyers, eventually securing legal representation from Hisar advocates Lal Bahadur Kawal, Cornel Omprakash, and Rakesh Manju, later joined by Sunil Rana. They argued that evidence, including the couple's clothes and photographs, and the contractor's testimony, proved the crime. However, the contractor later withdrew his statement. The legal battle was fraught with challenges, but the family remained steadfast in their quest for justice. The defense, led by Jagmal Singh, claimed there was no proof of the murders or Khap Panchayat involvement, and the bodies were never confirmed as Manoj and Babli. The defense's arguments aimed to cast doubt on the prosecution's case, but the weight of evidence was overwhelming. After 33 months and 50 hearings, on the 29th of March 2010, the Karnal District Court found the accused guilty of murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy. After years of investigation and a public outcry that shook the nation, the Karnal District Court delivered a landmark verdict. For the first time in Indian history, family members were sentenced to death for an honor killing. Babli's brother Suresh, her uncles, cousins, and the patriarch of the family, Gangaraj, who had once commanded respect as a Khap leader, were all convicted. Gangaraj, who had whispered the seeds of this honor killing, was sentenced to life imprisonment. The verdict was a significant step towards justice, but it also underscored the deep-rooted issues within the society. The police officers were also accused of dereliction of duty for abandoning the couple. Judge Vani Gopal Sharma condemned the Khap's unconstitutional actions and expressed hope that the verdict would deter future honor killings. The judgment was not just a condemnation of the crime, but also a call for societal change. Manoj's family, though satisfied with the death sentences, vowed to appeal for Gangaraj's death penalty. They expressed fears of retaliation from the Khap Panchayat, having faced threats and bribes to drop the case throughout their fight for justice. The family's resolve to seek complete justice was unwavering, despite the dangers they faced. The Manoj-Babli case was the first to convict a Khap Panchayat and deliver a death sentence for honor killing in India. It was hailed as a landmark judgment, ending the impunity of these councils. Few honor-killing cases had ever reached court, and this was the first filed by the groom's family. The case set a precedent and sent a strong message against the practice of honor killings. The couple was ambushed, their dreams shattered in an instant. Babli's family, driven by a twisted sense of honor, abducted them. The darkness that had been looming over them finally descended, bringing with it a storm of violence and despair. The tragic end of their love story was a stark reminder of the cost of defying societal norms. Former Home Minister Chidambaram criticized Khaps, questioning their right to kill in the name of honor. Despite the verdict, Khap Panchayats remained defiant, with protests demanding changes to marriage laws and support for the convicted. The accused in the Manoj-Babli honor killing case appealed their convictions to the Punjab and Haryana High Court. Gangaraj, the main conspirator, had his appeal for parole denied. However, on the 13th of May 2010, the court accepted the appeals of Gangaraj and the 6 other convicts, allowing them to challenge the lower court's verdict. On the 11th of March 2011, the Punjab and Haryana High Court reduced the death sentences of 4 convicts: Babli's brother Suresh, uncles Rajender and Baru Ram, and Gurdev, to life imprisonment in the Manoj-Babli honor-killing case. Gangaraj, considered the main conspirator, along with another convict Satish, were acquitted. The judgment sparked a wider debate about honor killings and the ongoing struggle to end such regressive practices in modern India. Experts anticipated the ruling would deter future Khap actions. The case sparked a national debate on the role of Khap Panchayats and the need for legal reforms to protect individual rights. The killings were not the sole act of a vengeful family, but the execution of an unspoken order from the Khap Panchayat. This caste-based council, which held sway in the regions of Haryana, Punjab, western Uttar Pradesh, and parts of Rajasthan, had operated for years with government approval, their decrees unquestioned and their methods unchallenged. Their grip on society was as strong as their belief in preserving tradition, no matter the cost. The case exposed the dark underbelly of these councils and their unchecked power. The power of the Khap lay not only in its ability to command families, but also in its capacity to bend the will of an entire village. For generations, these councils had passed decrees forbidding marriages that went against caste and gotra norms, and their punishments were brutal. But never before had their influence been so publicly and horrifically displayed. The case forced the nation to confront the harsh realities of these traditional practices. Manoj and Babli's love story, though marred by tragedy, remains a powerful testament to the enduring struggle for freedom and equality in the face of relentless tradition. Their love, though silenced, continues to inspire and motivate those who fight for a better, more just world. Their story is a beacon of hope for those who dare to dream of a world where love transcends all boundaries. In the end, the love of Manoj and Babli was buried under the weight of tradition, a tradition so heavy it crushed their dreams and silenced their voices. But in their tragic death, they sparked a movement, a fire that demanded justice and screamed for change, echoing through the villages and cities alike. Because love, no matter how fiercely it is opposed, will always leave a mark, an indelible mark on the hearts of those who witness it. And no amount of bloodshed, no matter how brutal, can silence the truth or extinguish the flame of hope they ignited in the hearts of many. Join us in spreading awareness and supporting those who fight for love against all odds. Support our channel and help us create more videos. Your contribution plays a crucial role in bringing these stories to life. Click the donate link below to show your support. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.